everybody? It's Devontae. It's the Reaper Training. Y'all now tuned into the Reaper Motivation Podcast. And I've been wanting to touch on this topic for a minute, but I haven't had a chance to do it. I wanted to talk about today being single, right? From a man's aspect. Because I feel like people have being single misconstrued, right? People see being single as like, we'll say like the common, like you just hoeing, right? You're going out, slutting out these hoes. I'm talking from a man's point of view. So you going out, you slutting out hoes. You got like 5-6 different females you fucking at the same time, partying, all this other stuff. Then on the other hand, you got you're immature, you scared to settle down, somebody hurt you, like the common bullshit that you get. And I want to debunk some of the nonsense that comes, not even some of the nonsense. I just want to give you why I feel like as men you should all cherish and enjoy your time single and utilize it to where it's helpful, right? So first and foremost, being single isn't just about fucking hoes, right? Being single isn't just about partying, isn't about all that. It's really about getting your shit together. We keeping it honest, right? So sometimes you got people who get lucky, right? Sometimes you got somebody like they'll meet like their high school sweetheart or somebody really early on in life where it was like a match made in heaven, like God ordained it. Like he said, bow, this is your perfect person. Y'all fit like a puzzle and y'all are gonna be together for even if not forever, another 30, 20 years, right? And you see that sometimes. I've seen it. As a matter of fact, dude I work with at right now, he's been with his wife since they were in like middle school or something like that. They've been boyfriend and girlfriend since middle school, and he's in his 70s or 60s, late 60s, something like that. They've been together for like 40 something years. They've been together for a long time. So that sometimes happens, but for the most part, like if you're like, you've had the luck of anybody else, what's gonna happen is you're gonna fall in and out of love with different people. That's just a part of growing up. Like as you're getting older, your personality's changing, your situations are changing. So who you're gonna interact and get along with changes too. Now, being single is an awesome time, especially when you're young, bro, because like this is our time to first and foremost learn how to be adults financially. Look, as men, we're expected to have our shit together a lot sooner than females are. All right, I know myself. Dating when I was getting myself on my feet was a pain in the fucking ass, right? You gotta compete with these older dudes who are fucking these teenage, like 19, 18-year-old girls, right? In their late 20s, 30s, and shit like that. You gotta compete with them. They already got their shit together, right? They've been doing things for a while, getting money. Then you gotta compete with drug dealers and shit and scammers who the same age as you, but they got way more money because they're doing illegal shit. So you gotta compete with both of them, and then here you are in the middle. You know, you're going to school. You're working a job or you're getting yourself together and you're still building your foundation. That's not really appreciated, right? We don't have our shit together right then and there. We don't have all the Jordans and designer shits and things like that we had kind of thrown to the side. That's why they got these statistics where like they talk about dudes, I think like 29 and under, like a third of dudes under 29 are virgins, right? And that comes from that. Like we got it kind of rough when you're young. When you're single, bro, as you're getting your shit together, like I wouldn't, me personally, and this is just unless you're one of these people, unless you feel like you went through the talking stage, this is the one to have, she's, you know, God ordained her to you, right? Is she too good not to wife up? I would say I wouldn't even really consider a relationship until you're at least starting on your career, right? Like so that includes if you were in college, wait until you get out of college and then start your career, and then now you're open to it. If you decide not to go to college, if you're like me, you did trade school or military, until you're 100% sure what you're doing in your career, or at least 80% sure, you shouldn't even be worried about no relationship. Happiness comes from being content. If you're not content with life, then you won't be happy, right? If you base all your happiness around chasing hoes when you're single, you're gonna be miserable. I'd say most relationships now start because of two things, right? Droughts and loneliness. When a dude hits a mean drought, and droughts is literally number one, because I'm telling you right now, if you go through a 2, 3, Some dudes out here is going through year-long droughts, right, and longer. A first girl that come your way that is not batshit crazy, under 300 pounds, you're gonna want to marry her, right? So droughts cause it, and then the second one, loneliness. If you have nothing going on with yourself and all you do is chase females, and I touched on this in the Stop Living for the Opposite Sex, right? If you don't have no hobbies, if you're not chasing your career, you don't have goals, you don't have friends, these are all things that help you become more content with life and help you become more happy. So you're not incomplete without a female. See, if you're incomplete without a female and she comes into your life, this is where you see, not to get this too dark, but this is where you see dudes killing themselves over women, right? Because you're missing a part of yourself. You haven't really grown and developed your own sense of being, like why you're here yet, your purpose. Like what is the reason for you being here, right? And life happens and shit makes you depressed. And when that hole that you have, right, that adolescent hole starts getting filled with all this negativity and grief and bullshit, then you just want something else to come and fill that void and make you feel better. And dating young, like I said, is rough. You're on the low end of the spectrum, bro. As far as the sexually, we'll touch on the dating side later, but you're on that lower end right now, right? 20 to 25, that's a female's prime. 30 to 35 is a male prime. And you about 10, 15 years off from your prime. So to sit there and you get a woman to then fill that dark void, and she leaves or she cheats on you or one of those things, that's when these dudes end up killing themselves, because you that was the only thing really filling that void, and because you still haven't found yourself. Use this time to find yourself, bro. Like when you single, bro, you should just be going out there networking, connecting with people, learn how to save. Like right now, I'm trying to learn how to really become financially sound. Like I'm financially stable. I'm financially independent, right? I don't live off or rely on anybody to take care of myself. But I'm financially fucked up. I splurge, I buy new shoes. I just got some new Jordans. I'm about to post them bitches. But I do a lot of shit that I'm not supposed to be doing my money. So I'm still learning that part, right? I'm still getting my career in order. I'm looking for new job offers. I'm doing things to better myself and to sell myself. I'm trying to buy a house. And I'm using this single time to do it. And basing your happiness, especially in today's world, off of just how many hoes you got or how often you fucking, you're not gonna be happy. I can guarantee you that right now. This is not gonna happen for the simple fact that with social media and these dating apps, bro, you're gonna be miserable as a bitch if all you do is base all your happiness around how many hoes you got or how often you fucking. I left that shit alone a minute ago. I mean, I still, enjoy yourself. I'm definitely not gonna tell none of y'all to, go out, not go party and do shit like that. But for me, as far as like making it to where that's like the highlight of my day, it used to be at one point in time, like really during COVID, the highlight of my day was getting a match and the bitch hit me up. I'm not even gonna lie, because there wasn't nothing else going on. I couldn't train the way I wanted to. I couldn't, do the things I wanted to. That was part of I enjoyed that. That got me super excited. Now, I mean, I'm sometimes on them. I might get some shit going. I really don't get no fucks. And I'm not fiending to have nobody here. And I'm not fiending to have no hoes. If I don't click up with no bitches this weekend or next weekend, it doesn't matter. I have my goals. I have my passions. I have my friends. I have this. I have all types of things that keep me occupied and keep me happy and keep me content with life. And that's another thing. Financial stability before a relationship will help you during your relationship. Not even saying, I touched on the 50-50 in the bills thing. Not even saying from that standpoint. Just from the fact that most arguments in relationships, whether you paying all the bills or you paying half the bills, they all stem from money. And a lot of times it's because one of the person or the other isn't financially stable at all. They don't know how to, not financially stable. They're not financially sound. And now I don't feel this way, but this is what people are gonna tell you. You're not a loser, right? You're not immature. It's not about that. It's about finding you. Becoming complete before you get into a relationship, right? Because at that point, going into the talking stage again, the way I'm looking at relationships is in order to be in a relationship with me, you have to add value. I feel I'm complete by myself. So what value do you add for us to be in a relationship? You see what I'm saying? And then the cool thing is, on top of that, you get to learn skills. Learn how to cook for your fucking selves. Learn how to clean your own clothes. Learn how to do all these things. You're going to end up in a way better situation. So, this is the mindset. This is Reaper Training. Y'all be easy.